I'd like to call on a beautiful woman here. She's a seasoned financial expert with over 20 years of experience in banking and finance. How that is possible, I do not know, because she looks 22. So how can you look 22 and have over 20 years experience? I am yet to understand. So I'm waiting for her to come. When she holds the microphone, I will be able to guess whether she started at 5 years old or 6 months old. She began a career at Polaris Bank and rose to senior management roles across top banks. She is the founder and CEO of Sky Capital and Group Managing Director of Digital Space Group, overseeing subsidiaries in finance, real estate, and technology. Now, when you're talking of a serial entrepreneur, these are the people we are talking about, not those people that borrow money to sell things and post it on social media. Okay. A graduate of Obafemi Awolowo University and Charisma University, she holds an MBA and several professional qualifications, a passionate philanthropist, the founder of the Florence Modupe Foundation, impacting thousands of women and children. Ladies and gentlemen, she is the author of The Guiding Grace and a mentor committed to excellence, empowerment, visionary, and leadership. Please welcome with me the very elegant, the very beautiful Dr. Mrs. Olubukola Abitoye. You're welcome, ma'am. You're welcome.
Distinguished guests, esteemed fellow speakers and panelists, wellness experts, and organizers of this great event. If I've missed this event today, seriously, I will cry. It takes a lot for people or for someone to have a vision on a very important aspect of our life, and where 90% of everybody in the country are not even looking at. And this is the very important part of our existence. I think we should just give a right innovation and a clapping for the organizers of this event. They deserve this place. Please, can we do more? Can we do more, please? Can we do more, please? Thank you, everyone. Can we be seated? I call her Sister Pam. Thank you so much. I also want to appreciate all our speakers. They've done wonderfully well. In fact, I say I'm so lucky. I'm seeing some people for the very first time. Our father, Mr. Norbert Young. This is the first time I'm seeing him physically. It has been on screen. Mrs. Gloria Young, wonderful couple. It's a privilege to meet you. Our darling Lepasius, thank you so much. And from our health experts, Mrs. Modupe, hearing, thank you so much. Reverend, thank you. Dr. Ayodeji, thank you. And to my beautiful Mrs. Adiola, thank you so much. I often talk about times and seasons. When I checked the the what I'm supposed to speak on, I told my PA that this should probably have been the last. But she told me, she said, no, Mama, that is their program. They came in from Badara 11:30 a.m. yesterday. I said, but I just wish that this should be the last. And it's happened. You know what? Everybody you have seen here come today, they are all health experts, counselors, but I am different. I am Olubukola Abitoye. I'm a finance expert, a married woman for over 23 years, and with 3 wonderful children. I have mentees over 400. Ladies, my mentees are ladies. That's just the truth, and girls. It is an honor and a privilege to stand before you today at such a profound and timely gathering that goes beyond surface solutions, but to address the wholeness of human well-being. I'm so sorry, I may be speaking out of this, but I just did this so that you can reflect to things probably after this event. Today we gather to discuss wellness without borders. I will say it again. I've commended Auntie Pam's team, everyone, but I will still repeat it. I want to commend the organizers of this conference for their vision and commitment to bring together experts across the 8 wellness dimensions: mental, emotional, psychological, sexual, social environment, spiritual, physical, and lastly, financial. If I've missed this event today, seriously speaking, I will cry. There is something that World Health put out, World Health Organization, some time ago. They said there is no health without mental health. Does that make a sense? Are you getting something from it? Mental health, there is no health without mental health. That means mental health is what? Is everything. It means that health is wealth. This particular phrase is not just a glitch or for you to just look up. It goes beyond that. As a matter of fact, it is the profound truth, the very reason why we are all gathered here. It's about our well-being, our mental health. When we talk about health, naturally somebody will be thinking, oh, doctors, hospitals, marriages, fitness, checks, and all sorts. I have a question, and it's a practical one. What exactly is health without the means to support or to maintain the health? What exactly is health without opportunity to get information about how to take care of the health? What exactly is health when you do not even have the resources to eat well, to sleep well, to think about other things, or even have access to quality care, or to escape from these environmental hazards that damages our internal organs without even knowing it? I want to say, and I want you to just put a line on this. Financial stress is one of the most corrosive forces on mental, emotional, and physical well-being. This naturally leads people to anxiety, sleep disorder, insomnia, hypertension, and even death. I will say this, and I want you to hold this. There is no lasting peace of mind without financial wellness. Yes. Some people may say no, but I insist. Having spent over 19, 20 years in finance industry, I am more convinced about this. You cannot talk about total wellness without addressing financial wellness. It's like a fuel that needs to push the car. Can you put a car on the road without putting the fuel? It's not possible. That is how important financial wellness is in our state of being. What exactly is financial wellness? I just put it in a simple word so that everybody, even a semi-illiterate person, will understand. Financial wellness is the ability, your ability to meet current and ongoing financial obligations, feeling secured in one's financial future, making choices that allows fulfillment and satisfaction in life. It is not about the income. It is about the relationship with your income, the relationship with your money, your kudi, your owo. How it is earned, how it is being managed, how you are saving, how you are using it to secure a future and a fulfilling lifetime. Can you see how important the finance end is? I like to be very practical when I have opportunity to speak, because the essence of coming out to speak is to ensure that you say the truth the way they are, and you can never neglect your immediate environment. What works in Nigeria here may not work in Canada. Yes. Because I remember my mother-in-law. My mother-in-law is in UK, and she's going to be 80 maybe in a few days. The children got that. They said, "Oh, mommy, come home, come home, come home." You know, she's more like a mother to me. So when they're taking decision about her, I have to be there. I told all of them, "What exactly does your mother want?" I called Mama. Amani, okay, please, I want to maintain my house, everything in UK. I don't want to stay in. I'm not used to this. So that's just by the wayside. What works here may not work in another place. And that is why we are going to be looking at Nigeria holistically. Because it has to do with our economy. This is us. First quarter of this year, statistics revealed a lot of things about Nigeria. You know, talking about the trend, rate of inflation still high, over 30, and you know, rate of unemployment. That means the environment is worse, seriously speaking. But you know, pastor is here, and they say we should always pray for the peace of Jerusalem. We pray that everything will be fine. What's up today? This is where we are in Nigeria, and we're going to be looking at it. Unemployment. Over 63% of Nigerians are classified as multidimensionally poor, according to the National Bureau of Statistics. Why? Because of the ongoing issues, economic crisis. And that is why people will never talk about financial wellness. Whereas this is where the state of being okay, the art of wellness should start from. I've said it earlier. Financial wellness is not just about having money. It is about having control over your finances, feeling secure in your presence, and being confident about your future. It is the ability to manage the economic life effectively, from daily expenses to long-term goals, without anxiety, shame, or fear. Oh, I have to be there, and it is 500,000 naira. If I'm not there, they will say booking is not there, and my salary is 250,000 naira. Seriously speaking, some people will lose sleep over it because you have to be there. Booking has to be there to be shameful, and your salary is your salary that will take care of everything is 250,000 naira. In today's fast-paced world, I'm sure the health experts here will corroborate this. Financial stress is one of the leading causes of emotional and mental breakdown. Yes. Because when you sit with people, even divorce, everything, 90% is caused because of what? Money, goodie, or financial wellness. And that is why we must treat financial literacy as a public health concern. I wish it could go beyond these walls, even to our institution, tertiary institution. It's a matter of concern because people are losing their lives. They are losing sleeps over things that naturally you have control over. I decided to put everything together in just 6 points. We're going to be looking at 6 powerful, unconventional truths about financial wellness. The first one is financial instability mimics chronic illness. Financial stress doesn't just affect your wallet. The doctors, they are here, and I'm sure they will corroborate it. Seriously speaking, prolonged exposure to financial anxiety, it triggers the same stress hormone as trauma. As in, there's a way it controls the brain and it affects everything about you. That event, how will I go if I'm not there? And you will lose sleep over nothing. You will lose sleep over things you have control over. Oh, I need to pay this person's office. I need to do this. I'm owing. If you don't get yourself put together, you can't, financially, you can never live a good life. Seriously speaking, you can't. It's difficult. It can lead to insomnia, high blood pressure, depression, and weakened immune response. The Harvard School of Public Health reported that over 70% of physical illness presented in hospital, they are stress-induced. And money is most times often the root cause. I will advise, it was Warren Buffett that said this. Do not save what is left after spending, but spend what is left after saving. If you cannot save when you are earning 100,000, you won't be able to save even when you earn 2 million naira. Don't forget that women want their insatiable, and they keep increasing. As you leave this level, it keeps on going. I remember my mother telling me when I gave birth to my first child in the hospital, she said, Bukola, you're a mother now. Out of your 10, if it is 2 you are saving before, make it 5. Out of the money your husband is giving you monthly, if it is 10 and you were saving 1 before, increase it to 5. Because you are not alone anymore. You have a responsibility. If your child needs help at night, you must never say it is not available. It must be available. And this is one of the responsibility. This is one of the things that really helped me as an individual to shape my life. Because even when I lost my dad at the age of 5, And I'm the last of 6 children. My mother never said no at any point in time. My mother never said no at any point in time. Another thing is cultural mindset about money. A lot of people talk about generational wealth. They will say, oh, generational wealth is this. Generational wealth can pack up. Generational wealth can pack up. I lost my dad at 5 as a billionaire's daughter. 4 years down the line, the wealth was not there anymore. It wasn't there anymore. Ignorance. And this is a very important thing. And that's why I just pray, Auntie Pam, the next event that we're going to be having, with the quality of people here today, the reputation, and the content, we need to publicize this. People really need to know. About 4 weeks ago, some people are even still in the hospital. Yeah, seriously. Because of all these Ponzi schemes. They don't know. Ignorance. I don't know. Ignorance. And you know, social media comes with a lot of things. And I love the fact that my dear sister, you know, laid emphasis on it. On pick the one you need to pick and leave the rest. Nobody told me never to do a contribution into somebody's hand. I learned it myself. I started my career in Skybank of those days. I think my salary was 140,000 naira. And I was in a salon, you know, with my hairdresser that I've built a relationship with, even when I was 7. She said, "Okay, come and do this thing now." Yeah, I said 50,000. Okay, I said, and I like to save. So I said, okay. Out of my 140, I was saving 50. And the nice bookie, I said, no, I don't want to collect it now. Please, I want to be number 11. We are 12. So I should be expecting to get 600,000. I was so devoted. As soon as salary is paid, pam, 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 pam. When the time came for Bukola to collect her 600,000, they were nowhere to be found. Seriously speaking, if it was not for my husband, maybe I would have died in the hospital. No, because she had to promise me, I'll give you, don't worry. Because I felt so bad. And a lot of people are going through this. Ignorance. Ignorance. They don't know. We need to keep preaching it. Once they see Ojo and Son Capital, oh, it's a capital company. It goes beyond that. Are they regulated? Either by CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria, or by SEC. You see a lot of people. Then greed is another factor. If you can actually turn 5 naira even to 10 naira overnight, then why should we work? We should stay in our closet now. Ignorance can kill. And I'm going to be looking at ways to solve this problem and how to ensure that people reap the fruits of their labor at the end of the day. Because it does not make sense for you to have put so many years of hard work, and at the end of the day, you are losing it just like that. Oh my God. When it comes to marriages, homes, I think my 23 years experience is not enough for me to say this. But because we have elderly people in this hall, they will corroborate whatever I want to say about this. Love is nice. But when there is no money, it can turn sour overnight. No, seriously speaking. When you have bills to pay, when you are talking about how do we pay the children's school fees, rent, landlord is calling, that one is calling, and you now come here at night to say what? Lie with who? When you don't understand this. I'm not talking about meeting, you know, it's not living above your means, but meeting standards. I know the Bible says that money is the root of all evil. I agree. But money is super important. In marriage, you want everything to be sweet. You even forget. You won't fight. You won't. And that is why we all need to pay attention to this financial awareness. Because it controls every other aspect of our lives. True wellness without financial stability is a mirage. It does not exist. It does not exist. Another serious issue is that when you are financially paralyzed, you won't be able to do anything. I've told you about the way this thing comes from the brain. There's a connection of our nerves. When you they will come tomorrow, they will chase this girl from school, they will do this. You cannot be yourself. And that is why, even when I had little, I've learned to live within my means. Yeah. In nature, I may be stylish, but I don't need to break a bank to dress. When I started as a youth corper in the bank, it was in Ibadan. The first thing I did was to go to Alish Lawyer Market. You know all those bend downs there? All those TMs, it was in cartons. I put them together. I have a very supporting husband, so he will pick the right thing. Dry cleaned, ironed. Seriously speaking, in that branch, I think I was even one of the best dressers. I did not borrow to dress. I did not borrow money to. Do you understand what I mean? I'm living beyond, I'm just within my means. This is very key because this is what is killing many people in Nigeria. People know that when I do events like parties, I am not a fan of Ashwebi. You know why I don't do that? If I'm in fact, this is a personal thing, and I'm not saying there's anything against it. No, people that want to do Ashwebi can do. But because of my nature, if I'm bringing you out of your comfort zone to celebrate with me, I should not also stress you. What I do basically, I give colors, and my events comes out beautifully. Because you may even have the color, you may have it in the house. But here we see people dying, going to borrow money. Borrow at interest, some killing interest, some 10% monthly on Ashwebi that you will wear in one day and you may not even be able to wear it again. It is high time that we'll work on ourselves and know what we want to achieve in life as individuals. P.T. Barron once said, money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. Do you agree with me? Please, if you agree with me, can you just wave? Money is a terrible master, but an excellent servant. The same Bible that said money is the root of all evil. We say money answereth what? All things. Ladies and gentlemen, we all have a duty to pursue financial wellness. Not just for ourselves, but for our children, for the society, and for our callings. This is a major thing that we really need to focus on. Irrespective of the economic challenges, inflation, job insecurity, rising living costs, financial wellness is still achievable. There are so many reasons why it should not be achievable, but I'm telling you, irrespective of what we are going through in Nigeria, financial wellness is still achievable. But to achieve it, it demands intentional living. It requires discipline and long-term perspective. perspective. You're not talking about now. I remember telling somebody, okay, it was even yesterday. So one of my colleagues, Buki, you're in that place, you're in Ibadan. But I said in the morning, I said, before you know, don't worry, I'll come back. Buki, you work too much. I said, I'm sorry, I work too much because in the next 10 years, I will never see myself doing this. I would rather be going on cruise with my husband. I would have created a structure that would just be running on its own, and that is why I need to put in and secure our future and our children's future. Now, to attain financial wellness, this is the last place. How do we achieve it? How do we get this thing done? Job insecurity, inflation 33.3%, salary, even employers are not even to pay on time. How? And this is important because it controls everything. When my darling sister mentioned about somebody in KPNG, they said she cannot come to work because of Uber. I told my brother, I said, see, I had a similar one that happened. My personal driver that I love very well, hardworking, energy level. I traveled to Canada to see my family. No, December I was in China. So throughout when I wasn't around, you were busy cruising. And I'm this very, as in I pay attention to details. My immediate close workers, I ensure that they are fine. Before leaving December to China, you had about a free period of almost 20 days. And if you are paying the company's driver 10,000, be sure my personal driver will earn 40,000. I'm just saying for example. Be sure that my personal driver will have insurance. Be sure that my personal driver is not a contract staff. He will be on pension. And January, I was in Canada. February, my mother came and she called me. And my mother pays attention to details. She's 83 years. She said, I've not seen your driver in about 2 weeks. All the vehicles are dirty, blah, blah, blah. And proud to them, I still sent 50,000 naira to my driver because I knew they would miss me. All those Friday tips, all those tips. So I do that to people around me. And I called him. Listen, are you okay? They say you're not at work. Are you fine? I'm fine, ma. I'm broken. Oh shit. I said, broken. I just stopped there. Called my HR. Called my I said, please, let's go. And that was the end. We need to learn to appreciate every opportunity that God gives us. Let us hold it very well. See, for you to attain a level in this financial wellness thing, you must desire it. You must want to be in a place where they can't take you out because of money. Seriously speaking. How do we get there? The first one is build a budget that reflects your value. 6. This is a show fee. Don't forget. Many years ago, I remember when my father died, it was this type of a show fee that they wore, that we all wore and we were moving all about. Be yourself. You can't be like Lagbaja. Be yourself. You don't want to give yourself a headache because somebody is saying this. The hair that I have on, this, what do we call it, Bantu, the idea came from my daughter. She's in the she's in Canada in a university, studying accounting, but she knows she needs to make extra income. At 18, I celebrated, as in we opened up a business of hair. Mommy, make it here. Let them do it like this. Send it down. At every point in time, how much do you have? Okay, I have this. Save it. How much? Do you know what it means? You don't have to break a bank. You don't have to be like another person. Build your budget. Let it reflect your values. Your budget is like a moral document. It tells the truth about you. You must build a budget that reflects discipline, not deprivation. There are some occasions that I wear white too. Not because I can't afford it, but something doesn't make sense to me. Yeah. Maybe because I have a home and I see, I have 600 children there. And you're telling me to do $3,000 Ashwebi. I have it, but I won't do that. That will take care of almost 600 children's school fees. You should learn to allocate for essentials. Essentials, priority. Savings. Hey. Emergency fund. Emergency funds. And be intentional about giving. This is major. Be intentional. The Lord said we should give and support people. Yes. Even when you are in the church, be intentional. I'm a woman of faith. But don't forget, there is something at the back end that controls every aspect of my life. Everybody, people, oh, she's nice. She's nice. When they call her, okay, even when you don't have, you want to go and borrow because you want to give somebody money. Do you not have learned over the years that your money should not be hidden? All my banker friends, as in all my bankers now, they know. I'll tell you that my negotiation level, because of my experience, is high. If I leave my money in your account overnight, it must get interest. Almost all my current account as a company, interest must flow. You can't. The only thing that you can lay, your asset that is owned by you, is your money. It's your asset. You should be looking at getting maximum returns at every point in time. You should protect it. It should not be wasted. It should not be wasted. Seriously speaking, you will be wondering that somebody said, come and do a Chevy, $3,000. When my PA said it, I said, don't worry. They should just tell me the color. I can afford it, but it doesn't make sense to me. I have people on the road, it doesn't make sense to me. I know what $3,000 in a month with an interest of 7-8% would give me. Another thing is, create multiple streams of income. Seriously speaking, the way it is in Nigeria today, hardly can you survive on salary. I'm not saying you should use the time you should use to work or to go and do another thing. No. It will shock you that there is no, all those networking that I've started since my corporate days. FLP, Edmark. I have customers that they use the toothpaste. There's no, sincerely speaking, maybe the second year after I started working, I've been earning more than what I get for my job. It does not take my job time. Do you understand? I post on Insta GNLD. I have customers. Even when I go and meet my customers, commercial, oh, you are not fine. Have you tried this GNLD product? They will buy. My commission, at the end of the month, they will pay me. In fact, there was a time, I remember I had to use what you have to get what you want. Then in school, they will say, oh, Buki, go and do a model, go and do this. I said, those are not the type of money I want. And I will now carry all of them. It's not as if I want to exercise, so I saw one of those receipts and I was smiling. To register is 5,000 naira. Saturday, I'm in Liberty Stadium, jogging, using, you see, and I'm achieving a lot of things. When the person said, okay, I'm learning, I'm making money, I'm looking fit, I'm enjoying it, and I'm making money because I will recommend a Headmark product. I will say buy spinner, I will say buy this, and so in the morning I wake up at 5 to all my customers. I will start typing things, I will see it online. It's better to take about 3 cups of water in the morning. You do this, you do this, you do this, and they'll get a result. No, the God is out there. No, seriously. Because that salary can never sustain me. Some of my staffs, they're here. I know that there's one of my top guy. He sells wristwatches. In fact, if I know anybody that wants to sell, I'll say, oh God, please, they want to buy. There was one dude that wants to sign, I said, please contact him. It's not taking away, your time. But for you to fulfill, for you to be happy and be stable financially, you need to get different streams of income. You need to add more. You need to do more. You need to think. In that social media page, there are a lot of things there. A whole lot of things that could give you cash. You have to be intentional and look at all the streams of income. Build a financial support system. We all need to build a financial support system. How? You need accountability partners. You need financial mentors. And you need a community. Let me know. A community where you get information, where you get the correct information. Accountability partners. Some people will say, oh, it's only organization, it's only institutions that need an investment banker. Last week, I've not posted it. I said, we all need, as people need doctors in their life, we all need investment advisors. Seriously speaking, not at the cost. You understand what I mean? It's not as though you want to go out. No. You need to be in a community of people that syncs with your own. People that will be talking about, okay, how do I invest? Okay, you can do this. You can buy land. Okay, when you do this, we concluded a project last week, my real estate arm, and that's the biggest mall in Lagos. And I see some of these customers say, okay, thank you. Because when I advised them 2 years ago, that buy into this thing, 800,000 per square meter, and today we are selling at 1.6 million. They are saying, Buki, thank you. If your community, the only thing you hear in your community is, there's one party, oh, yeah. You go, so, let's go and buy it. Hey, this one. You're in the wrong place. You need to assess yourself. This I do every year. Self-assessment. You're not contributing any value to me. We won't fight. I will stylishly step out of that room. Because I have a goal. I have a future. And I have responsibility. So, our goals cannot even align. You need support systems. People that you will call, oh, on this bond. I was speaking, a lot of people after CB, I will start smiling. Oh, is it because of Ponzi scheme now? Everybody is now calling me. Even my primary school WhatsApp group, my secondary school, I said, oh, interesting. So you have things. And I started enlightening people. And we need to do more, even after this event. Enlighten people. Let them learn. Build a community where you get correct information, where you have reputable people, people that have walked their way through this institution, through this life, and they cannot jeopardize it for anything. Those are the quality people you lead around you. Remember, your asset is you. Your asset is your life. We have so many people in the hospitals now. No, seriously. We have so many people in the hospital. There's even a private one that I actually don't want to, I won't mention name. But the husband came to my office. They have a joint account with the wife. That one is separate. Then in the personal account, the man has over 200 million. And he told me, okay, you guys are too conservative. I said, sir, how? Some people are giving me, they said they will double this money in one. I said, I don't understand. I should give you 50. I said, sir, I can't do it. So, okay, you need to go and learn. I said, sir, well, I don't know the company that is giving you this, but I think there is something about it. The second day, she sent a pre-liquidation letter. This is a 65-year-old man. He's not working anymore. He sent pre-liquidation, and we pre-liquidated the money. Sincerely speaking, how will I even think that we take it to one Ponzi scheme? When the whole thing scattered, and the man landed in the hospital, my aunt started fighting with me. Why did you not tell me? Why? I said, I'm sorry, auntie, I'm a professional. On your personal account, it's different. She was really bitter. The man is still on oxygen as I speak. That is, you can see the connection between your state of wellness and the financial hand. Some are dead as we speak. We need to protect it. And you know what? I want to say this. At one point in our lives, We must learn from our mistakes. Even when you have a reason to probably lose money, you need to heal. Seriously speaking, you need to learn. Go back to the drawing board. What are you supposed to do that you did not do? Learn from it and move forward. And be more careful. You know, some people used to say this, though I won't buy into it. They say, if you lose money once, you will never lose money again. You know, that could be true, that may not be. But let me just share this experience. I think it was 2021. I lost over, I think it was about a large amount of money. A large amount of money. And I called my mentor. I said, sir, I'm going to die. I'm tired. You know, said, Bukola, you want to die? Okay, are you on 3rd Milan Bridge now? I said, no, I'm still in my house. He said, that means you are not prepared to die yet. He said, Bukola, I'm not going to give you 1 naira. Stop sulking. Heal up. Identify what went wrong and move forward. Very important. I have just few. Let your vision be bigger than what you are earning. You must always have something every day that you are looking up to. Because see, people will always come with their problems. But when the money is not even in your hand, it's already going into one investment or the other. When you come, you have to plan. If I want to help you, I have to plan. You wait. There is nothing. You queue. Then I will plan it. Financial discipline is sacrosanct. We mentioned that. And lastly, embrace financial literacy as a lifestyle. This means that you must prioritize your interest in knowing more about investment, and you must learn the language of money. Budgeting, saving, investing, and financial planning are not negotiable. Sacrosanct. As the visionary of a proudly Nigerian digital savings platform, how Digicolo is designed to encourage savings, empower individuals, families with tools of intentional financial growth. This particular product was created to help people save intentionally, track your savings, plan purposely, and build wealth gradually. Our innovation at Digital Space Capital about this digital colo came out of necessity to ensure that financial investment tools are accessible, including inclusive and personal. Digicolo is not just an app. It is a financial wellness ecosystem designed to meet the needs of every Nigerian. Sorry, please. If you still remember the colo that we used in those olden days, at the time it was mud, they changed it to wood. I remember then that when anybody comes to our house or you get money, the next thing is you go and put it in the colo. In fact, we compete in my house, like who save most at Christmas, at Easter. Give a 5-year-old boy 5,000 naira. Before you close your eyes, the money has gone to data, has gone to game. That means as a country we have lost the habit of saving. And that is why, because nobody can carry mud or carry wood anymore. Our colo is our phone. That is why we have digitalized it, olden days colo, into the phones that we all carry all about. And that is what the word comes from, Digicolo. With Digicolo app, we help you with automated savings. Instead of going to put your money into somebody that can disappear overnight, somebody that can even die overnight, keep it with a regulated institution. Put it in a place where you can lay your hands on it at any point in time, and you move forward. And lastly, ladies and gentlemen, financial wellness is not a privilege. It is a right, responsibility, and a roadmap to dignity that bridges the gap between hardship and hope. At Digital Space Group, through our Digicolo Hub and the DSC Asset Management Company, we remain committed to bridging the gap, not just with a code or tools, but with compassion and transformation. Once again, I want to appreciate everyone for the opportunity given to share, listen, and build a complete wellness together. I pray to God Almighty to keep us and our family. May our families thrive. May our businesses continue to grow. May our communities continue to grow. And may our wellness be abundant and lasting. Thank you, everyone.